Shalom, shalom, shalom. Before we even get started in this listen, first and foremost, want to start by giving all praises and glory to Yahawah bahasham, Yahawashi bahasham Rakah Kadash. Secondly, want to give double honors to the Elders Apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and worthy of double honors. And third and lastly, want to give salutation to all the occupants of the hopeful elect that pushing forth this word and this truth in righteousness, sincerity throughout the four corners. Shalom, shalom, shalom. My brother Hakah of GMS South Carolina Midlands branch back with another listen, another video here. And pretty much, man, this video that I'm going to get into today is going to be lambacking from the street ministry. Myself and the brothers of GMS Midlands on our live street ministry we did on yesterday, Saturday afternoon. And it was two accounts when I was going into Ecclesiastes 2 and 10. And we're going to get that and we're going to read that far as Yahawashi left Yahawashi. All right. And that's and the name of Yahawah, which is the true power of Israel. All right. And the true Hebrew names. All right. Of the Most High himself. His Hebrew name is Yahawah. All right. Which means he exists. All right. And the true name of our Lord in the Hebrew, all right, is Yahawashi, man, which means he's the deliverer in the Hebrew. Okay, he's the deliverer in the Hebrew. Those are two only names that, and Yahawashi only has one name. At the end of the day, they have many titles, but only one name, man, and that's the true name that's given. You know what I'm saying, to Yahawashi, you know what I'm saying, elect men to declare throughout the four corners to give to Israel at the end of the day. All right, now whether you niggas want to accept it or not, that's on you. But the elect, they gonna have the name and they gonna know the name of Yahawashi, and we gonna call upon it. All right, and we gonna call upon it daily at that, man. All right, but going back to the point that I was making, you know, in Ecclesiastes 2 and 10, where Yahawashi never left any of his men confounded, and we went into that scripture and we brought out some accounts on yesterday on the highways and byways. But it was two accounts that I wanted to go into, and you know, the spirit didn't permit it for it to come out on yesterday, because you know the point, you know, edification, everything went out through the spirit of Yahawashi, through the spirit of Rakah Hakadash. So you know the edification went out. But I was like, well, you know what, these two accounts that I didn't go into on yesterday just through the spirit, I was like, man, I go ahead and make a listen on it today, man, in which what I'm doing. All right, so these two accounts that I'm gonna go into, you know, so I'm gonna go into Bel and the dragon. We gonna touch on that Bel and the dragon. All right, and we also gonna touch on Job, where Yahawashi, you know what I'm saying, you know, that fiery trial, you know what I'm saying, going into Bel and dragon with Jeremiah, that fiery trial, not Jeremiah, Daniel's had to go through. All right, and how Yahawashi delivered Daniel. And also with Job, when Job was stricken with balls from his head to his feet. All right, lost all this, you know what I'm saying? He, you know, because, you know, Job was very, very wealthy, man. All right, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? Job lost all his possessions along with his children, man. All right, which we know that was a test from Yahawashi, and Satan made a bet that Job would never curse Yahawashi, regardless of, you know, when Yahawashi take that hedge away from Job, Job still remained with his integrity, and which Job did. And then Yahawashi multiplied back tenfold everything Job lost anyway. So Job got everything he got. I mean, Job got back. Yahawashi gave Job everything he lost anyway, man. All right, so really he ain't lost nothing, no way, man. To be honest with you, when you look at it, you know what I'm saying, the end game. All right, and that's how we got to look at it as well too. You know what I'm saying? We losing to gain at the end of the day. All right, so you know, that fiery affliction we going through, and I went into it, 1 Peter 4 and 12, in which, you know, I'm gonna read it again. All right, we went into it yesterday, so I ain't want to quote it. Let me just go to it. 1 Peter 4 and 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, and that's Yahawashi trying us. All right, as though some strange thing happened unto you, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Mashiach's suffering. See, we got to take on that suffering, man. If you don't, then that means you're not of Yahawashi. So it comes along with the territory, man. You know what I'm saying? And when we read Sirach 2 and 1, you know, prepare our soul for temptation when we come to serve the Lord, it comes along with the territory, man. All right. But it says, verse 13, and finishing up, but rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Mashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceedingly joy. Yeah, because we suffer. All right. Even unto death, going back to Revelation 2 and 10. All right, the times, Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, certain members of the elect are going to be martyrs for the name of Yahawashi for truth's sake at the end of the day. But nevertheless, our crown, an incorruptible crown, Yahawashi still going to reward us with an incorruptible crown, man. All right, because we, you know what I'm saying, we remain faithful even unto death, man. All right, so we the brothers of the elect, they have to be martyrs. All right, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to die in vain in Yahawashi. Nobody going to die in vain in Yahawashi, man. Period, man. Your works is going to follow you, pursuing back to Revelation 14 and 13. But let's go ahead, let's get to it. Let's get, we're about to get Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach and Apocrypha 2 and 10. All right. And it was read, look at the generations of old and see. Did ever any trust in the Lord, Yahawah and was confounded? Question mark. No. Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Nobody. Verse 11. For the Lord, Yahawah is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth of sins and saveth in time of affliction. And the ultimate time is going to be Jacob's trouble. Because Jacob's trouble is going to be like a time like no other at the end of the day or whatnot. So that's where our confidence, that's where our faith is going to lie in Yahawashi, man. Regardless of what hell, you know what I'm saying, all the plagues and calamity and the wrath Yahawashi going to bring upon this earth, this wisdom, knowledge, stability, all right, wisdom, with this wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures, of prophecy, of the mysteries of the scriptures, man. All right, it's gonna be our stability in our latter time, man. So the elect ain't gonna bug out when we see these things happen, in which they're right there around the corner, man. All right, literally right there around the corner. So much going on. You can see signs of sedition that's going on. We're seeing what's going on over there in California with the deportation or whatnot. Northern Kingdom. So we see the uprising of more and more military, on ground. Man, we right here, man. We right here. All right, and all of it coming into the time of Jacob's trouble. But guess what? Yahawah said he gonna save it in time of affliction. All right, we just read it in Ecclesiasticus 2 and 11, man. All right, so we don't have anything to fear, man. All right, when our power, Yahawah is gonna be with us. Jeremiah 30 and 7. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. See, so the elect gonna be saved out of it, of Jacob. The elect gonna be saved. And see, the point was, it says, for that day is great, so that none is like it. So Jacob's trouble, it ain't going to be compared to any other time in history when it comes to the judgment Yahawashi is going to be bringing upon this earth. This is his greatest wrath, all right? Vengeance that Yahawashi is going to be bringing upon this earth, man. Period, bro. So, ain't going to be no comparing to any other time, man. All right? So, hell, if you ain't of the elect, boy, hey man, it's a wrap for your ass, man. It's a wrap, man. You're gonna go out sad. You're gonna go out sad. You're gonna go out you know what I'm saying, by death, by pain at the end of the day, man. All right, that's how your ass gonna go out, man. You're gonna know death by pain at the end of the damn day. But let's get into Job. Let's get Job first, man. No, Shalak. Let me read back Ecclesiasticus 2 and 10. Let me read that one more time. Then let me get to that account, get two accounts, going into Job, and also on Bel and the Dragon when it going into Daniel, man. All right, how Yahawashi delivered Daniel. Now, Ecclesiastes 2 and 10. Look at the generations of old and see. Did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Question mark. Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him, man? So the generations, of old, guess what? Them same spirits are back today. The prophets of Yahawashi are back today, man. So if Yahawashi ain't never left his men confounded, this time ain't no doggone different that we coming in. The greatest judgment Yahawashi gonna be bringing upon this earth, man. All right, let's get to that account in Job. And I can read Job 1, Job 2 for that matter, but we're gonna read Job 1, and we're gonna read 1 all the way down to 22, man. All right, gonna read 1 all the way down to 22. All right, Job 1 and 1, man. All right, and it's read. It says, there was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared Yahawah and eschewed evil, man. So he was Job was a righteous man. He was of the elect, man. All right. At the end of the day, what Job represents the elect of Israel. All right. So that's how you know Job wasn't no fucking Edomite. You got clowns out there. Oh, Job was Edomite. Job wasn't no fucking Edomite. Job was a Hebrew Israelite, man. All right. Verse 2. And there was born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. His substance also was 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels and 500 yoke of oxen and 500 she asses and a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all the men of the east. See, very, very wealthy, man. Nobody compared to the wealth that Job had, man, that Yahweh bless him with at the end of the day. Now, verse 4, and his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned and cursed Yahawah in their hearts. Thus did Job continually, man. So, you know, Job had some wicked ass fucking kids, man. All right, you know, wasn't righteous like he was, man. Some wicked ass fucking kids. But guess what? Verse 6. And that also show you too. Hey, just because Yahawah dealing with you don't mean he dealing with your fucking kids or your family at the end of the day. All right, a scripture tell you Yahawah deal with what one out of a household at the end of the day or whatnot, man. All right, so just because you know you're a prophet don't mean your son gonna be a prophet, man. All right, at the end of the day, man. Okay. Verse 6, it says, now there was a day when the sons of God, sons of Yahawah, came to present themselves before the Lord Yahawah, and Satan came also among them, showing you that Satan is also a son of God as well too. You know, these Christian churches, man, they'll be done faint and pass out. You tell them something like that, man, because they have no understanding when it comes to the scriptures, man. They err not knowing the scriptures, man. All right. Verse 7, and the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord Yahawah and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God and eschewed evil? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, doeth Job fear Yahawah for naught? Has not thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he have on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he have, and he will curse thee to thy face, man. All right. So you know that's Yahawah making a bet. You know what I'm saying, with Satan, man, that, hey, man, you sit up there and you take, you know what I'm saying, so you take that hedge away from him, guess what, he'll curse you at the end of the day or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, and, hey, we gonna see, you know what I'm saying, all the hell, all the infirmity, you know what I'm saying, that Yahawah allowed Satan to place upon him. Hey, man, Job kept his integrity, man, all right, Job kept his integrity to the end, man, okay, all right, verse 12, and the Lord Yahawah said unto Satan, behold, all that he have is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord Yahawah, showing you, man, for these goddamn Christians out there that actually think Satan can do what the hell he want to do. These Christians out there that think that, when the scripture goes into the war in heaven, these clowns out here thinking with no understanding that Satan was fighting against Yahawah. Hell nah, man. Satan is in goddamn order, man, at the end of the day or whatnot, man. Okay, all right. So, you know what I'm saying? He's in order, and whatever Yahawah tell him to do, all right, he's gonna do, man. At the end of the day, Satan in more order than you niggas, man. All right. So Satan can do what the fuck he want to do. Why didn't he just tell the Most High, man, bump that, man. I'm gonna take damn Job life any damn way. Bump that. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna take Job life, man. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't take Job life, man. All right. At the end of the day, that's the only thing he couldn't do. All right. Outside of that, it was fair game. But you know what I'm saying? He couldn't take Job's life. Yahawah Shah didn't allow him to take Job's life. So that show you that Satan's in order. And you know, and Satan can't do what the fuck he want to do, man. Nobody can. Everybody's in order, Yahawah Shah, man. All right. Going back to Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings of the Lord. How can any man understand his own way, man? All right. Verse 13. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing and the asses feeding beside them. And the Sabines fell, Sabines fell upon them and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escape alone to tell thee. Yeah, so that's Satan going to work, man. All right, you know, going to work. All right. It says, while he was yet speaking, there also another and said, the fire of Yahawah, the fire of God is fallen from heaven and have burnt up the sheep and the servants and consumed them, and I only am escape alone to thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands and fell upon the camels and have carried them away. Yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, like, this ain't bad enough, man. This all the news Job is getting all at one doggone time, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man. All right. So Job getting this all at one time, Lord. But hold on for a minute. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, we back at it. All right. Verse 18. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, man, and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head. Now, he lost your servants, you done lost your cattle. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, all that represents money at the end of the day or whatnot, your cattle. All right. You know, lost all his cattle, lost his servants. All right. Then he lost his children, man. All right. So all these messengers that escaped. All right. You know what I'm saying? That escaped these calamities, that came back and reported and told Job, gave Job the report. And all of this happening at one time, man. All right. Tell him that all your daggone kids, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They done passed. You know, so it can make anybody go crazy right there. But guess what, man? You know what I'm saying? You know, Job, he's a spiritual man, man. All right. You know, he looking and he's seeing and he judging everything spiritually, man. You know what I'm saying? He know Yahawah Shah. Hey, he know he gonna pray to Yahawah Shah when he bless him. And then he know, he gonna bear his indignation when Yahawah Shah bringing judgment upon him as well, too, man. So Job understand judgment, man. All right. It says, verse 20, then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshiped and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave and the Lord have taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord, Yahawah. See? All right. You know what I'm saying? And all this Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly, man. See? All right, that's going back. He in the spirit of Micah and 7, man. Micah 7 and 9, man. All right, which we're gonna get that real quick. All right, Micah 7 and 9. You know, spiritual man see if he gonna judge all things spiritually, man. All right, Micah 7 and 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord, Yahawah, because I have sinned against him. See? So we gonna bear the indignation, that righteous anger, Yahawah, man. All right, all of us came short of the glory. All of us worthy to be put to death at the end of the day or whatnot. So in that woe is me, or why this happened to me, Lord? Why me, Lord? Why does this happen to me, Lord? What did I do to deserve? You know, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, even if you get to that moment, everything gonna come back in the spirit at the end of the day or whatnot, man. All right, you settle in, man. You know, you still this wicked ass fucking flesh, man. All right, you know, but you still get back to that point that, hey, whatever Yahawah bringing upon me, I know he ain't gonna bring more on me than what I can handle, and I deserve everything that I'm, you know what I'm saying, that Yahawah bringing to me, man. The judgment he bringing upon me. So spiritual man gonna be able to see that, man. All right. That's the whole point. It says, finishing up, it says, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness, man. All right. And the scriptures tell you, man, Job remained with his integrity, man, to the end, man. He did not sin, man. All right. He didn't curse Yahawah, man. All right. Now we're going to see where his damn wicked ass fucking wife, man. All right. You know what I'm saying? Gonna tell him, curse the Lord and die, man. You know what I'm saying? He's showing you, man. Showing you she wasn't right her damn self, man. Okay, show you a woman can switch up, man. When it comes to adversity, a woman can switch up on you. She can act like she all into the Lord and acting like she's in fucking order at the end of the day, but let some calamity, let some adversity happen to her, and you're gonna see a true character come out at the end of the day, man. All right, a person's true character is shown through adversity, man. Who they truly are at the end of the day, man. You can see a person for who they really are. Now, look how Job handled that. Now, Job could have been one of them weak behind dudes, okay, and give in to his wife. You right, baby. You right, baby. You know what I'm saying? But see how Job handled that situation. Job, like, I ain't about to curse my power. I ain't about to curse Yahawah. He gonna put her ass in a fucking place, man. All right. This right here, Job 2. Where I want to start at. I start at verse 7. Job 2 and 7. It says, so went Satan forth. Let's start at verse 6. And the Lord, Job 2 and 6, and the Lord Yahawah said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So you can't, so Lord said, don't take his damn life now. You put all kind of calamity on him, but you can't take Job's life. All right, verse 7. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord Yahawah and smote Job with sore balls from the sole of his foot unto his crown. So Job had balls, man, from his head all the way down to the the crown of his head to his feet at the end of the day or whatnot, man. All right, like it couldn't. So like you can imagine, damn, it couldn't get no worse. Now you got striking with balls, man. All right. It says, and he took him a potsherd to scrape himself with it, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife, there we go, Eve. They go Eve now. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thy integrity? Curse Yahawah and die. Showing you, man, she ain't truly believe no damn way. If she truly believed, she wouldn't make no statement like that, man. Showing you the damn women, man. Going back to Ecclesiastes, man. Wisdom of Solomon. When King Solomon, was doing the test and doing the survey, when he said out of every 1,000 men, there's one that's righteous. 1,000 men, there's one that's righteous. But when it comes to women, being a righteous woman, he ain't found none at the end of the day. And you see why, man. Situations like this right here, adversities like this right here. All right, the fiery trial, Yahawah taking Job through. Look how his wife done, Look, her statement says it all, man. All right, her statement says it all. But that's how Job responded to her. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of Yahawah, and shall we not receive evil? All right, knowing that Yahawah, he deal with both sides, man, at the end of the day. All right, okay, so he understood judgment, man. All right, and God, and shall we not receive evil? So he have to bear his indignation, man. All of us do. All right, Yahawah is a just balance, man. And all this did not Job sin with his lips, man. So Job did not sin, man. He still didn't sin against Yahawah, man. All right. He shut down his damn wife with her wicked ass comments, man. Okay. And look what happened now. Look what happened, man. Now, let me see here. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Let's get straight to the point, man. All right. And going back to the point that I made, Yahawah never ever left, never left any of his men confounded. See, he put that test on Job, and look, and due to the fact that Job endured, he endured to the end. All right. He did not curse Yahawah. He remained with his integrity. And look how Yahawah blessed Job, man. All right. All the hell he had to catch, man. But guess what? He didn't catch that hell in vain at the end of the day. It went for vain, man. All right. You know what I'm saying? He still believed in Yahawah. Look how Yahawah blessed Job, man, at the end. This right here, Job 42 and 12. So the Lord, Yahawah, blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning. For he had 14,000 sheep and 6,000 camels and 1,000 yoke of oxen and 1,000 she asses. He had also 7 sons and 3 daughters. All right. See, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So Yahawashi Shai blessed Job back every day. Everything that Job lost, Job got back, man. All right. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So what did Job lose, man? Job didn't lose anything, man. He didn't lose anything at the end of the day or whatnot, man. All right, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the point I wanted to make. And that account in Job, right? Now, I'm gonna get straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? We go in, cause you know all that's good account right there. All that is faith booster right there, scriptures right there, man. All right. The same power we serve. So Yahawashi Shai. You know what I'm saying? You know, he ain't gonna, you know, he's not gonna forget to deliver his very elect today, man. So, you know what I'm saying? That we have to keep in mind, man. All right. I think I want to start let me see here. Want to get straight to the point because all of this is a good account right here. All of this good account right here, man. Okay, you know, when they cast Daniel in prison, you know what I'm saying? And Daniel was hungry. I think he went some days without eating, man. All right. Matter of fact, hold on, let me see a good place to start here. I started, so they came to king and said, deliver us, Daniel, as we. Yeah, you had the wicked ass people, man, Babylon, man. You know, they hated Daniel, man, because Daniel refused to bow down to the goddamn idols, man. At the end of the day, Daniel said, hey, I'm only going to worship and bow down to the only true living power, which is Yahawashi Shai. All right, you know? So, you know, eventually, you know, just adding up, man, those that ain't never read this account, you know, the Bell and the Dragon, you know what I'm saying? The king wound up putting those wicked ass Chaldeans, you know what I'm saying, to death, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? The prophets of Baal, you know what I'm saying, the fucking death. Once the king realized he was being deceived by the people because they was actually thinking they was feeding the damn idols food, and Daniel had hey, Daniel pretty much you know what I'm saying, had them put flour and stuff down on the you know on the ground to where it showed the people footsteps, to where it showed the kids and the woman and the men up there eating the damn food, acting like the goddamn fucking idol was eating the food. And once the king found out that he was made a fool of, that's when he put those wicked ass goddamn servants of Baal, man. You know what I'm saying? He put their ass to fucking death. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the people of Babylon, they was very, very fucking angry about that. They hated Daniel, man, because Daniel had a you know, Daniel was like a governor up there in Babylon, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? So, you know, they wanted Daniel life at the end of the day. So we reading it. So we starting from the point to where the people was threatening the king. Like, hey, if you don't give Daniel over or whatnot, man, hey, we're gonna destroy you and your damn house, man, you know? So this way we at. And when Daniel was thrown into prison, we, you know what I'm saying, Daniel could have damn starved. He could have starved up in there, man. But see, Yahawashi Shai never left any of his men confounded, man. All right, that's the whole point of the matter. So just speeding everybody up here that's not familiar with this account right here. This is Bell and the Dragon 1. I start at verse matter of fact, I start at verse 28. Yeah, I start at verse 28. Bell and the Dragon 1 and 28. When they of Babylon heard that, they took great indignation and conspired against the king, saying, the king is become a Jew. All right, because the king had a lot of favor, because Daniel had a lot of favor, man. And it's all through the power of Yahawashi Shai. Yahawashi Shai said in the scriptures, man, I even make your enemy, you know what I'm saying, at pleased with you at the end of the day, man. Okay, all right. So the king was very pleased with, you know what I'm saying, Daniel, man, through, you know what I'm saying, because he see how our power, Yahawashi Shai was using Daniel, man, giving Daniel, you know, allowing Daniel able to read his, you know, to manifest and break down his dreams, all right, that he had. Okay, all right. The king has become a Jew, and he have destroyed Baal. He have slain the dragon and put the priests to death. See, the priests of Baal to death. So the people was angry. So they came to the king and said, deliver us Daniel, or else we will destroy thee and thine house. Now when the king saw that they pressed him sore, being constrained, he delivered Daniel unto them. Look at him, I tell you, boy. It says, who cast him into the lions den where he was 6 days. And in the den there were 7 lions, and they had given them every day 2 carcasses and 2 sheep, which then were not given to them to the intent they might devour Daniel. See, wicked ass bastards, man. Now there was in Jewry a prophet called Habakkuk, who had made pottage and had broken bread in a bowl and was going into the field for to bring it to the reapers. But the angel of the Lord, see, Yahawashi Mouth sent an angel, all right, to Habakkuk, all right, and we're going to continue on, okay, because Daniel is one of the elect of Yahawashi, and he's back today doing the work, and guess what, you know what I'm saying, Daniel right there up there with great millstone. If he ain't in the spiritual realm, hell, you know what I'm saying, you know, hell, he's back in the day, and he's still prophesying, teaching. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who Daniel is today, but we know he's in great millstone at the end of the day, prophesying. Going back to Daniel's 12th chapter, Daniel gonna be in his lot in the latter days, man. He gonna be back in his lot, which means he gonna be back in the same position as a prophet of Yahawashi Mouth he was back in the ancient world, man. Okay, all right. So going back to 1 Corinthians 14 and 32, the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets, man. All right, but finishing up, man. Verse 34. But the angel of the Lord, Yahawashi Mouth said unto Habakkuk, go, carry the dinner that thou hast into Babylon unto Daniel, who is in the lion's den, man. See, Yahawashi, look out for his men. He ain't never left any of his men confounded, man. All right, we're reading this account. And Habakkuk said, Lord, I never saw Babylon, neither do I know where the den is. See? And look what happened, man. Because, you know, Habakkuk, I ain't know no Babylon. I ain't know how to travel no Babylon. Where Babylon at, man? We're going, hey, look how the Lord handled that, man. Then the angel of the Lord took him by the crown and took him by his hair, man. You know, showing you the angels, man. Yeah, they rough, man. Angels can be rough too, man. All right. And bear him by the hair of his head, and through the vehemency of his spirit, set him in Babylon over the den, man. And Habakkuk cried, saying, O Daniel, take the dinner which Yahawah have sent thee. See? Woo! Most High, man, he ain't never left any of his men confounded, baby. All right? Never. All right? Verse 38, and Daniel said, thou hast remembered me, O God, Yahawashi, neither hast thou forsaken them that seek thee and love thee. Woo! Come on now. Come on, man. Come on. Jacob showed a time like no other, man. Like I say, these spiritual boosters right here, man. All right? Okay? Yahawashi say he the same today, all right, as he was yesterday, as he is forevermore. Going back to Hebrews, the 13th chapter. What? Malachi, what? The 3rd chapter. You know what I'm saying? What Yahawashi said, man. All right, Malachi, man. Yahawashi changed not. I think in Malachi 3 and 6. Yahawashi changed not at the end of the day. Period, bro. Okay, so the Most High, you think his hands ain't short to deliver us, man? His arms short that he can't deliver us? You crazy? Yeah, come on. And Daniel said, thou hast remembered me, O Yahawashi. Neither hast thou forsaken them that seek thee and love thee. Who is that them? Daniel referring to the elect of Israel. The elect of Israel. Okay? So Daniel arose and did eat, and the angel of the Lord set Habakkuk in his own place again, immediately transported Habakkuk, man, to Babylon, man. All right? And guess what? Them angels going to be coming back, you know what I'm saying, in the last days, man, which they already showing themselves today with these chariots, man. All these chariot sightings, man. And they're going to do the same thing, man. They're going to have charge over the elect, man. Going to be guiding us again, man. Doing these Jacob trouble hour temptation, man. Okay? Verse 40, upon the 7th day, the king went to bewail Daniel, and when he came to the den, he looked in, and behold, Daniel was sitting. Then cried the king with a loud voice, saying, great art the Lord God of Daniel, and there is none other beside thee. And he drew him out and cast those that were the cause of his destruction into the den. See? Look how Yahawashi vindicated Daniel, man. Daniel had to go ahead and get back at them wicked ass niggas that, you know what I'm saying, to throw him in that prison, man. You know what I'm saying, that threatened the king, that have him thrown in the prison. All right, Yahawashi, hey, like you say, avenge not yourself, man. All right, Most High gonna avenge us. He gonna avenge the elect, man, of all his enemies, all the enemies, man. All right, okay. All right, so we ain't gotta do nothing, man. All right. Like Scripture said, offend not my little ones, man. Offend not my little ones. All right. So what these wicked niggas meant to happen for Daniel to get eaten up by them lions, hell, their ass got eaten up by the fucking lions, man. All right. It says, and he drew them out and cast those that were the cause of his destruction into the den, and they were devoured in a moment before his face, man. All right, that's the power we serve, baby. All right, I love it, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to read verse 38 one more time. I got to read that one more time. And Daniel said, thou hast remembered me, O God, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Neither hast thou forsaken them that seek thee and love thee, which is the elect of Israel, the elect of the elect. And with that, I pray and I hope that it was edifying. I want to say shalom, shalom to the whole full light. Shalom, shalom.